Alright, my friends, on the previous video we have created the save list reducer, and it's time for us to create some actions. Alright, so what is the actions that we need? If I go back to the final result and show you, here we have an icon, and once the user click on it, alright, what we are going to do, we are going to take the entire item that was clicked and pass it to the saved right here, right? So this is make a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and define our action right here. I'm gonna also here define an action and export it immediately, so because I want to use it in other files. So export constant, let's call it for example add item or add saved item, whatever. All right, add saved item, and it should equal, it's an action creator, it's a function, and it's going to return for us first of all the type. We already know because we want to specify the type of the action. In this case I'm just going to call it add I need to capitalize it, underscore item. So add item like that. All right, so if you take a look on our application, once the user click on it, we are gonna take the entire object, the entire course, and put it in our saved. So here this action should receive the item that we wanna add. Make sense? So that's why here we need to add item or pass it as a parameter. And here we are gonna set the payload once again, and it should equal to item. So once the user fire this action, he should give us the item that we want to add to our saved. Make sense? This is pretty straightforward. And now how about the other action that we need? Here for example the user added the item to our array, and now what if the user want to remove it, all right, from the array? Then we have also to trigger another action, and that action will be responsible for deleting the item that was added. All right, so here also we need to define another action. I'm just gonna say, let's call it remove. Maybe remove will make sense. So remove like that, saved item. All right, and here I'm gonna tell you what we should pass it in a second. All right, so return, and here is we have to add the type. I'm just gonna say remove underscore item. And here what is this? If the user want to remove the item, which item the user want to remove? So we want to get the ID, or we can also give it the entire course. All right, we can also make the user pass the entire course that they want to remove, and we can remove it. But for the simplicity, what we can do, we can only get the ID of the course that they want to remove, and we can filter it. All right, so we do not need the entire course when we are trying to remove, because the ID will give us the course. All right, so that's why it makes sense here to use an ID, not the entire course. And here also I'm just gonna pass it as a payload. So once the user fire this action and they trying to remove a course, they will give us, or they will pass for us, the ID of the course that they want to remove, so we can be aware of the course that should be removed. And that's it. These are the two actions that we want to deal with inside our saved list, either to add an item or to remove it. When they add an item, they should give us the item they want to add, or they should give us at least the ID of the item that they want to remove, and that should make a lot of sense. All right, now the only part is missing. It is to go ahead and fire these functions, these actions, when the user click on specific things, and we are gonna do that in the next video. So in the next video we are gonna go ahead and fire these actions once the user click on a specific part of the application. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you my friends so much for watching, and see you in the next one.